Hey everybody and welcome back. Yeah, today's video is going to be a bit different than normal. I'll put up the community post, but long story short, I lost all my mic audio, and in order to fix it, I decided to do a post commentary. It might be a bit new, but I think I can manage. Anyways, for today, we're going into Autumn Hill. We got a couple side quests there, and I figured I'd get them all done at once. Although I couldn't quite figure out how to progress, so I figured I'd head north first, where I pretty much immediately encounter a new monster. We got a bush eye here. Although I wasn't able to record it, we did get two new type interactions. First off, grass to lightning, we get the grounded effect, which is just unit target, nothing crazy. And then air to grass, we get the uprooted effect, which is AP drain, much better, but just something to keep in mind. After that, we continued on, and although I wasn't able to find a way in, I did find a cliff that was pretty close in height. So I figured, why not get a rock? And then that failed. And then I thought, why not get a bigger rock? And then that failed. But you know what, I'm not really a quitter, so I ended up trying for a bit more, when, this happened. Yeah, I won't lie, I got very lucky with that one. Although I immediately run into a cultist, which, isn't good. Although they weren't anything special, they had a Masqueradle, they did have one new monster. They had Jormungand, which is probably the final form. There might be two, I don't quite know. But anyways, they weren't that hard to beat, and we continued on. After the fight with the cultist, and actually another one I forgot about, we ended up checking the wall. We couldn't open it from this side, but it turns out there's a very easy fix. And I didn't really need to break physics to get around, but we did what we did. We continue on like normal, having a double battle with a cultist, nothing new again. But we did have a really horrible fight with a pink cultist here. And the main reason being, we had a bad type matchup. Yeah, I'll show it up right now. Terracotta pretty much ruined Weebleite, and they ended up getting a really good play here. The Wackalop was poisoned, it did zoomies to attack first, and ended up dying from poison, which made Nevermort redirect the Terracotta, and it gave it the poison spike effect. Afterwards, I got annoyed, healed up Wing Gloom, and cleaned up. Luckily, it was pretty easy, but type matchups can get really rough for ya. I looked around for a little bit, but realized pretty much all my monsters were dead, and I had no healing items, and I went back to the cafe to heal. But luckily for me, Nevermort actually evolved, and now we got Apocalypse. Before I committed to breaking physics again, I decided to check the gate. And after beating up a cultist and learning astral types power themselves up, it turns out there's a lever right there, which lowers the water level, and after pressing a button, kinda pointless, it opens a small door. And after solving a puzzle, it lowers the gate. So I pretty much didn't need to, like I said, break physics, but it was fun. After opening the gate, I ended up going back to where I left off, and fighting a cultist I missed before, who had a new monster with him. He had Trifinx. Now, Trifinx wasn't bad, but he did put both my monsters to sleep. Although I did find out, once you're put to sleep, you actually have two moves you can do. Sleep Talk and Sleepwalk. And that actually does come into play later, but we'll get back into that. After powering through the cultists, we ended up going forward and recording Bulletino, one of the quests we had to do, and unlocking the ability Bulletino Dash, which is pretty much a stronger dash, but you know what, I'll take it. Exploring a bit more, we do find Captain Zed, who unfortunately gives us a quest to fight 5 Bulletinos. Yeah, a bit annoying we had to go looking for him only to get more work, but whatever, we keep going. Luckily for us, we did find a campfire nearby, and we had a new interaction with Eugene here, who is a pretty unique individual, but he is who he is. After that, we fight a cultist with Wackalop and Catelli, and we unlock a wind shortcut for later, and then go back to heal, where Cloxley actually evolves into Robindum, who is a very cool design by the way. And before I forget, we do go and jump the Landkeepers again. They don't have anything new, but it does feel good to finally get them after last part. Pivoting back over to Zed, we do fight the 5 Bulletinos, and pretty easily at that with Wackalop and Woltergeist. We even found a new monster in Balasa Rifle, and did end up recording it too. Going back to Zed, he does agree to fight us now, but it turns out he's actually a different captain than I thought. He's the Astral type one. And I don't know where the other one is, but I'll find them eventually. Now, I'm going to be blunt here. I'm not used to giving commentary, and I'm about to give a play-by-play of what happened. Give me a break here, okay? Okay. We start off with Apocalypse and Robindum. He starts off with Stardigrade and Salamagus. We end up going with Double Raise Arms, he gets a Spit on Crow, and gets a burn. Turn 2, we Pustule Bomb, poisoning both of them, but also disturbing Stardigrade. Very helpful because it means it can't use status moves anymore. And then Toy Hammer hits, lowering AP gain. Yeah, thankfully we have a good type matchup here. Salamagus sets up a wall for Stardigrade, and Stardigrade fails to do anything from the Berserk state. Turn 3, we swap the Woltergeist, set up a wall with Robindum, and then we get weak attacks from his side. Turn 4, we attack Stardigrade's Firewall, and accidentally give it an evasion boost. And then I decide to pivot to defense. Turn 5, we double wall, and weak attacks again. Turn 6, I use Nurse with Woltergeist, and end up Toy Hammering Stardigrade again. We do get a weak hit from Salamagus, and Stardigrade hibernates, but it's a bit too late for him. Turn 7, we bite Stardigrade, and Toy Hammer Zed in human form. And Salamagus walks on, but it doesn't really do much. And then Zed does a dialogue, and transforms into his ace, whose name I don't know. Turn 8, we knock out Salamagus with Bite, and thankfully get rid of the partner, and we raise arms with Robindum. Zed uses Sleep Talk, and ends up doing pretty good damage, but he does give an AP boost to Woltergeist. Turn 9, Woltergeist sets up a wall, and Robindum Toy Hammers for low damage, and the AP drain. And Zed misses, which kinda happens a lot. Turn 10, Woltergeist nurses Robindum, and Toy Hammers Zed. And Zed hibernates for healing and sleep moves again, which is pretty much his main gimmick. Turn 11, we set up a Robindum and bring in Crow, and Zed misses again. And at this point, it's pretty much over. With Crow and Robindum, we do enough damage where he can't heal, and Poison and Disturb are actually pretty detrimental to him. And after a bit of time, it's over, getting our second Captain Stamp. And with that out of the way, I think I covered pretty much everything that happened. I might have skimped out on a few details, but look man, it's a lot. It was a long video. I really wish I did a shorter part for that one, but it happened. And while I'm at it, yeah, sorry for the lack of videos lately. I got sick, and then the holidays rolled around. You know, it's been a bit busy. But I think I'll be back soon, so don't worry about it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you for next video.